Named access control lists are standard or extended ACLs which have an alphanumeric name instead of a number, i.e. 1 to 99 for a standard, 100 to 199 for an extended. They identify the ACLs with an intuitive name instead of just a number. They eliminate the limits imposed by using numbered ACLs, 798 for standard, 799 for extended. They provide the ability to modify your ACLs without deleting and reloading the revised access list. They will only allow you to add statements to the end of the existing statements for a numbered ACL. They are not compatible with any iOS prior to release 11.2. And you cannot repeat the same name on multiple ACLs in the same router. Editing an ACL may be performed a few different ways. Depending on what you need to edit, it may be best to copy the access list to a text editor such as WordPad or Notepad and add or remove the lines. Then copy and paste it back into the router. You begin by entering the command show IP access-lists or show IP access-list and the name or the number of the individual list. Here in router 0, we're typing in show IP access-list 1, and we see that it has deny host, deny network, and then permit IP any. You'd use the mouse, highlight that area, select copy. Open Notepad and select paste. Proceed to edit your ACL. Notice that we have removed the line deny host 133.63.111.6. Select all and copy. Return to your router. Remove the existing ACL. No IP access-list 1. You paste it into the CLI of the router and press enter. Changing a numbered ACL into a named ACL so you can edit it. The syntax for creating a named ACL is, at the global config prompt, IP access-list, the word standard or extended, and then the access list name. So to change an access list from a numbered ACL into a named ACL, we're just going to name the existing ACL using the number as the name. List 1 will be named 1, list 101 will be named 101. Global config prompt, IP access-list 1, standard 1, access list 1 is now named 1. Notice that the prompt changed to config-std for standard -NACL, named access control list. Or for an extended, IP access-list extended 101. Access list 101 is now named 101. Notice that the prompt there is config-ext for extended and an echo for the named access control list. Editing a named ACL. On the router prompt, show IP access list. It tells you extended IP access list 101 because that is what we just named it. It has 3 lines, line 10, line 20, and line 30. To remove line 10 and change it to deny an entire subnet from accessing www, we go into config prompt, IP access-list extended 101, and we simply type no 10. That will remove line 10. Adding it back in, we put the line number first, 10, deny TCP 133.63.111.0 with the wildcard of 0.0.0.3. That will eliminate a subnet of 4 addresses from the host 141.73.205.10 and the logical statement of 80, which is www. Exit. You may number the lines. The router will number by tens to leave the user space to add lines in between. So up here, if we wanted to, we could add in a line 11, a 12, a 15, a 23, whatever. Packet Tracer 5.3 does not currently support line numbers, but allows you to manually delete by typing the entire line. You would just type in there no, deny, TCP, etc., etc. To insert an additional line into an access list, show your IP access list. Comes up and gives you the 3 entries. Go into the global config, IP access list extended 101. Notice that your prompt changes. We're going to add line 15 in there because we're adding something else in there. We're denying ICMP to a host which is actually the reply to a ping. Go back and do a show IP access list, and notice that line 15 is inserted right in the middle between 10 and 20. Here we've connected to a Cisco 3800 series router. We are in the show run configuration, and we see that we have two access lists in place in this router, access list 1 and access list 100. You want to config T, change an access control list into a named access control list. And we're changing access list number 1 into naming it number 1. We're making a named access control list. And the command prompt changes to config-std for standard-NACL, named access control list. If I now go do show IP access list, it will come up and it will have our line. This is 30, 40, 10, 20, 50. We can go in there and say no 40. And it takes it out of there. If we go and show access list 1 again, you see that line 40 is now gone. We can add 40 back in there. We can add it in there. And then we go back and we look at it. You see that we now have line 11. But they are out of order. Now for an extended access list, they are in order, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And what we could do there is we can copy this selection right there, right click, go copy, and we can go into WordPad, paste it in there, edit out the line numbers. Let's say we want to get rid of this echo line here, the ICMP host. We delete that. We highlight. We copy. We go back over to our router and we go no IP access dash list 100. Oop, I didn't like that. Okay, just no access list 100 because we don't have an IP access list. And then we can add it back in. Actually, we need to go back to WordPad and add it in there as access list 100. I'm going to copy that. Paste it in there. Paste it in there. Have to add that statement in there. Like so. Now we copy this. And here we come in and we paste to host. We hit enter. Now if we go show IP access lists. Oops. Oh, pardon me. Do show IP access dash lists. IP access dash list extended. And we're going to name it 100 so we can edit it as well. So now we just go no 30. And we're going to add in a line 15. TCP host. Let's go just 60.60.60.1 and host 148.20.20.1 EQ 8, and it will change it to www anyway. So now if we go do show IP access dash lists 100, didn't like that. Oh, an extra C in it. Having trouble typing today. Here we go. Now we see we got line 10, line 15, line 20, line 40, but line 30 is no longer there.